Coach Bo here with a Diamond Insight video helping youth players learn the game of baseball much faster. We got a 2-0 count, runners at first and second, 1 out. We're gonna key in on this runner right here and the catcher. Awesome play here by the catcher and the middle infielder. And this is what happens, base runners, when we get complacent on the bases. I like the attitude of this runner. I really like his attitude. I can tell he's looking to get to the next base. He's not happy at second. He wants to get to third. He's trying to throw off the timing and throw off the pitcher here. I like what I'm seeing here. But watch right here. He gets lazy and he takes that extra little step there instead of getting his base ready and to get back, and the catcher makes him pay. He just takes that extra step right there and he's toast. Now, if you're gonna do that, you got to hijack. For those of you that don't know what a hijack is, that's when the runner sets up the catcher. He decoys him a little and he tricks him into thinking that he got off the base too far on accident. But really, he's just trying to draw that throw, in this case, the second base, and then he's gonna take third base. You'll see that. It's a great play. And in fact, if I'm the catcher here, I'm putting that away against this team and definitely against this runner. If I'm the catcher, the next time this happens against this team and definitely against this runner, I'm arm faking it. I'm not throwing it. Because if I'm the runner and I do this again, I'd set him up and I would take third base. If you set him up and you take off for third base right away, you'll get there pretty easily because that catcher's got to throw it 127 feet plus 90 feet. And at the youth level, it's not as far, but the arms aren't as strong. The runner just disrespects the defense, in my opinion. A little disrespectful there, kind of disrespecting the game a little, and he got caught. He got too cocky. He got complacent. Something to learn here for base runners, youth base runners. Never take a second off. When you are off the base or on the base and the ball's still in play, never a second off. You're always watching the ball. You're always ready for something, always anticipating. Don't get cocky because you will get popped like this guy. If you want to Cadillac it and get casual on the base paths, as you get older, you're going to be an easy target. Once the pitch crosses the plate and it's clearly not getting past the catcher or put in play, you got to go settle up your base right there and get back there. Or either you're taking third because you're stuck or you hijacked them, but you got to be anticipating when that ball crosses the plate and there's no swing and it doesn't get by the catcher. It's got to trigger a little faster. I got to get back. I don't think his lead was too aggressive here. I don't think his lead length, I should say, was too aggressive. I think his lead length was actually pretty good. This is an athletic kid base running. He's a quick kid. He's shifty. He can move. So I like this, but right there, he should have already been settled up and coming back. Even then, it was still a really close play. All it was that little difference, that little hesitation where he was still drifting towards third base when the catcher was coming up. Now let's watch something the catcher does here that's really impressive. I want you to watch closely. Watch the catcher actually come up slow just for a second and gradually. Watch. He hesitates. He doesn't fire up. He doesn't fire up. If he's throwing a runner out at second that's stealing, he would pop up much faster at this level. That's not coming up super quick. He actually starts up just slowly and subtly because he doesn't want to tip off the runner that he's back picking. That's a really subtle thing, but a really great thing for catchers to learn. Catchers, maybe you don't give away your back pick right away. What if you can come up just a split second slower, a half a second slower, not too slow because the guy is going to bounce back and get back if you wait too long. The catcher purposely has some latency there and he doesn't come out firing. He comes up just a tad slower than he normally would because he's hoping that the runner will extend just a little bit further, and he does, and that's the difference between him being safe and out when he backpicks here. So the catcher is about halfway up to throw, about halfway up before it clicks with the runner that, oh, he's back picking. And that split second, that tenth of a second right there was the difference. Now you want to take this to an advanced level. This pick is almost always put on by the catcher or a coach. If a coach puts it on, it's a verbal, which you'll hear as an opponent, but it's almost always put on, besides the verbals, it's almost always put on by a signal by the catcher. In fact, I'm going to have a video of a College World Series game from a few years ago where Tennessee's catcher tips the back pick. It's a very clear signal to the first baseman he's back picking. Let's watch right here what this catcher does. I'm almost certain this catcher, when he rubs his right leg and maybe a glove movement, there may be a combination of movements that trigger it, that put it in an indicator type of sign. Sometimes that works like, hey, if I do this with my glove, if I follow with the swipe of the leg, then that means I'm back picking, versus if I just swipe. At this level, it's good to have some decoy signs that look like the regular signs, but something triggered it that maybe the other team doesn't catch. But I think it's just his right arm rubbing his leg. Watch right here. Watch this hand right here. Watch the rub right here. Now, I'm not saying for certain this is the sign, but this is typically what you will see. You see the swipe? Now, the runner kind of blocked it, but he swipes his leg. Watch the swipe here. swipes down. It has to be subtle or everybody's going to see it. But his middle infielders, in this case, his second baseman, was cued in on that. The way you coach this up is you have your middle infielders constantly or always checking in on the catcher. So they do see that every time. Just a great play by the catcher coming up, firing. Runner learned his lesson the hard way. Some great things to learn here. Check that. Some good things that we can learn from here and a key mistake that we can learn from in this Diamond Series video. Great time to do it with 2-0 count, with the 2-0 count. 1 out, 2-0 count. Great time to back pick there too. Hitters leverage, less than 2 outs. Runner's already in scoring position. Well done. Something to learn on both sides here. All right, this has been Coach Bo with 8020baseball.com. Take care.